a 60-second checklist. And in that 60 seconds, there are 3 things that you can look for when you're evaluating any kind of paid opportunity like an internship, fellowship, research institute, something coming up for summer 2026, right? And so I want to use a real example, which is the Ascend Pre-Law Summer Institute. It's happening at the University of Southern Cal. And I want to show you in 60 seconds the 3 things that you should look for to kind of help jumpstart the process for you. All right. So number one in that 60-second checklist, it is the application deadline, right? Because if we don't know when something closes, we could be wasting our time, or we could not realize that we don't have enough time to allocate to put together a great application. So on this particular opportunity, I'm going to look for the deadline here. And I'm pretty familiar with this page, so I know exactly where it is because this is a very well structured informational page. So for this particular program, the deadline is on March 31st, 2026. Today, as I record this, it is February the 9th, so you have plenty of time to apply for this if you are a pre-law student. The second thing you should look for in the 60-second checklist is the program duration. So how long is this program going to last? Again, this is a very well put together website, so it tells us really easily that July 12th to August the 1st is when you can expect to be participating in this program. So it's roughly a 3-week program. This is going to be important information because if you are a student who has to do some things over the summer, or you already have some plans that you have to take care of, you're going to need to know how long this opportunity lasts to see if it's actually feasible for you to complete. And number 3, in that 60-second checklist, we want to know about what's going to happen after we submit our application, what to expect, what does that timeline look like? And this opportunity gives us some of those details. So if we go down here and we go to this question, when is the deadline to apply? Not only does it tell us when the deadline is, again, the deadline is March 31st, 2026, but it tells us that applicants will be notified of the decision by the end of May. This again is so important in evaluating opportunities because after you submit your application, you want to know, when am I going to hear from them for possibly an interview, some type of pre-screening, or am I just going to know whether I was selected or not? And this is something that students factor into their overall summer planning because you may be applying for a lot of different opportunities. So you kind of want to be able to tell, when am I going to start getting those decisions, and how much time am I going to have before I realistically have to select an opportunity and have to start preparing. Again, I mentioned that this is the Ascend Pre-Law program at the University of Southern Cal. So if you're somebody who is from New York, but you're going to school down in Florida, that's a lot of crisscrossing across the country. So you really want to be able to put things on your calendar and start trying to figure out when you're going to be making decisions and when decisions are going to be made for you. So again, this is my 60-second rundown. If you are still looking at internships and fellowships and trying to evaluate what's right for you in 60 seconds, when you get an opportunity like this across your desk, you should be looking for the deadline. You should be looking for the duration of the program itself, and you should be looking for the overall application process. If you are someone who is still evaluating opportunities, you don't have your summer 2026 on lock yet, again, I'm Rakisha, and I help students make faster, clearer decisions on opportunities before deadlines close. And if you want to work with me one-on-one to make sure that you're making the right decision, the application link for this opportunity and the link to work with me directly is in the comments.